Visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Bertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
Thanks to you. Standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Hey, Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Greetings from Noblesville, Indiana. It's an all-county matchup tonight between two coaches, both who've had some tenure at Knightstown. It's an interesting story we'll get into as we go along. Tonight's game is sponsored in part by the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Aspen Creek Grill, why go anywhere else for delicious food? Bertner Electric provides quality electrical services in Central Indiana. Boilermaker 374, we're second to none in quality and performance. Clean Slate, inspired innovation that moves business forward. Piper Logistics, from warehousing to transportation and everything in between. And by the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference. Watch the best Division III basketball on IHSAA TV, where you always have a front row seat. Follow us at IHSAACD3. Well, with Christoph Kendrick, I'm Jim Barber. A pleasure to have you with us tonight. In a game between unbeaten Guerin Catholic, while it's young season, still 3-0 against Hamilton Heights 1-2. You've had a lot of experience coaching at the college and high school level. What do you do when you're the visiting team and you're missing three starters?
Well, Jim, what you got to do, you got to come out, you got to just execute your game plan the best you can. You're on the road against the number 2 team in the state. It's a rivalry game. You've had some great games with them in the past, and just hope that kind of momentum can help carry your kids through. But play relaxed, play calm, value every possession. It has to be valued. You can't take bad shots against anyone, but especially a team this good, and especially when you're short-handed.
Yeah, Guerin Catholic has been able to get big leads at the end of the first quarter of each game, and yet its head coach Bobby Allen's not happy with the defense. He said we're over-helping, and when we're switching, we're getting there a tad late. So he feels the defense is a work in progress, and I guess as it go along, they should get better.
No, absolutely, and coaches were never happy, of course.
Yeah, that's a given, right?
So, you're 3-0, but when you watch the film, there's always stuff you want to work on, and Coach Allen knows to get back to the state finals again, what it's going to take for Guerin to do that, and defense is a big part of it, and that obviously improved just naturally throughout the season. But obviously it's something that, here in early December, Coach has singled out as something that he really wants to focus on with his team.
The blonde-haired kid you saw in your picture moments ago is Hayden Rogers. The thing that's significant about Rogers, he's a freshman trying to break in this lineup, and he has already seen a fair amount of playing time. But the big guns for this team are Rob Sorensen and in the middle Bryson Cardinal. Both are a headache, and when you talk to Chad Bellinger, the head coach of Hamilton Heights, he says we've got no answer for Mr. Cardinal.
Well, Jim, we were here the other night, and Bryson Cardinal, he plays like his dad.
Yeah.
He gets after you. He rebounds. He sets really good screens. He scores down low. Hasn't shown he can make threes, but he really hasn't shown that part of his game yet. But that's because he's doing exactly what he's been asked to do, and it's led to a big reason they've had that 3-0 start, and he's had a couple double-doubles, averaging a double-double on the year.
Yes, this team in orange would like to get him in foul trouble, as has been his problem in 2 of the 3 games. They are, speaking of the Huskies, missing Landon Schreiber, Tyler Champion, Sam Dawson, all 3 starters, Christoph, and all 3 scoring in double figures. So offensively, where are they going to find points?
Well, it's going to have to come down to Tillman Etchison. Certainly one of their best players, and the Etchison name is well known in Hamilton Heights and Hamilton County as well. He's going to have to step his game up, and John Iron as well, averaging 11 points this year in the last 2 games. So that's where they're going to have to get their point production from, and again, slow this game down. There's no shot clock in high school basketball. Can you maximize your possessions? Can you make Guerin maybe go on their heels a little bit? And in the back of their mind, they know, hey, they're down 3 guys. We should bury them. Then you start putting doubt in them if you stay with them and stay with them.
That's the one thing that Chad Ballinger said prior to tonight's game. We will try to control pace. In other words, we will take some time off the clock if we can. Now, the problem is when the ball goes off the boards, if Guerin gets the rebound, they go.
That's right. And Guerin's so good because they can beat you in multiple ways. They have athletes, they can get up and down the floor and run, but they can also get in the half court, execute what they want to do. So when you're putting a defensive strategy, and Coach Ballinger's been around forever, he's competed against Guerin forever, he knows what to do, but it's very hard to tell your players, hey, go out there, do this, do that to slow them down, get back in transition D, and then make them work to get a good shot, a tough shot.
Yeah, one of the 3 guys they're missing tonight is Sam Dawson, who has a broken wrist, who hit 73s last year at 40% clip. And you mentioned the Etchison family. You were speaking of Gus, of course, with the 2,076 career points, who had 56 in one game in 32 minutes against Mount Vernon.
Yeah, Gus was a heck of a player. I had an opportunity to coach him a year at Western Michigan. He's at Marion playing very well for Coach Hetty now. But his younger brother has some of those same type of skills and athleticism that Gus had that made him such a good player. And Tillman's a very fine player in his own right. I think Heights fans are going to love watching him the next 2 years.
Yeah, you see Tillman right there, number 21, who's right at the key taking the jump shot. He can also knock down the three. He's had pretty good points recently, but his problem is he's tweaked his ankle as well, so you almost have 4 starters who are either less than 100% or basically out. And look at the left ankle and the brace he has there. You talk to Chad Ballinger, and he says he's about 60%. That's it.
And again, for a guy that's explosive as he is and uses his speed and athleticism to score, that could be a problem. It's Coach Ballinger knows what it is, but his kids, the bench, maybe kids that don't get to play as much as normal, they really got to step up tonight. It's an opportunity for them to show Coach, hey, we can go play against a quality opponent and we can play good minutes and just strengthen the depth of this team as the season goes on.
That's a good point. He says we've got as many, or at most 10 available bodies tonight. Obviously 5 will start, 5 off the bench. You get the impression, Christoph, that everybody's going to get a chance to show their merit tonight and their worth.
Absolutely. And again, if you can come out here and show that, that's going to bode well for your future. But also, Hamilton Heights can use it as a positive. The more depth you have, the better chance you'll have to win in March.
So when you coached on the college level and on the high school level with some fine teams at Howe, were you ever missing 3 starters in one game?
I don't know if I ever – at the college level, yes. But as a head coach at the high school level, I don't think I ever had that bad of luck.
Man, that's a challenge tonight for Chad Ballinger. And we mentioned the fact he's a former Knightstown coach. So is Bobby Allen, the head coach at Guerin. So one of the referees tonight is Matt Barton, who has served as AD at Knightstown. I wonder which one will curry more favor this evening as the game goes along. And I'm sure whoever's getting the favor, the other coach will say, hey, you're a bit biased here. What's up?
Yeah. No question about it.
So the offense, which is lacking for Hamilton Heights without their proficient scorers, 2 of their losses, 37 points apiece. If they're going to have any chance in this game, do they have to keep it in the 50s or 40s?
I would agree with that, Jim. I think what they need to do, Hamilton Heights, they need to have a good start. They need to come out and have quality possessions. Those guys that don't get as many minutes, they need to be able to, kind of sink into the game and realize, hey, we can play out here. We're just as good. And, no personnel. Guerin does a great job with Moran's and the Sorensen kid and Cardinal getting a lot of people involved to score. They got to know everyone's strengths and weaknesses. And for Guerin Catholic, get out to a fast start, bury these guys, put it in their head that they can't play with you, and contain Etchison, obviously, as he has the ability to go off. And most of all, use your size. With Moran's and Cardinal both averaging double figures, athletic inside, you can really take advantage on Hamilton Heights.
They have given up just single-digit points in each of their 3 wins in the first quarter. Fast starts in each of the 3 games, which, of course, the head coaches appreciated. I asked him about it. He said, well, the problem is we let everybody back in the game in the second and third quarters.
Yeah, right. So, again, putting 32 minutes together, if you can do that, man, in December, then you're really going to be happy, but that's always a challenge.
Should be fun tonight. We'll see if Hamilton Heights can hang around even with all of its injuries and missing 3 starters and a 4th starter who's going to give it a go tonight at 60%. For Christoph, I'm Jim. We'll come back with the opening tip tonight and the all-county battle from Guerin Catholic.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
To you. Standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Welcome back to a place they call the Nest, the host of the Golden Eagles, taking on the Huskies from Hamilton Heights, from Arcadia, Indiana. Thanks tonight's officials for their dedication and hard work. Not that we don't play if you don't have something nice to say. Don't say anything at all. Sportsmanship is everyone's job. Let's check in with the public address announcer for tonight's starting lineups. Christoph, you and I were here the other night when Sorensen got off early, took 6 3-point attempts and hit 5 of them. And I was asking Bobby Allen about that because he had struggled in his first 2 games. He said, well, I just drew up more plays for him at the beginning and made sure that we got him in the offense quicker. And man, did it pay off.
Yeah, he got his team out to a big lead. He really shot it well. They always say water finds its level. Normally that's when a guy's starting off hot and it comes back. It was the opposite for Sorensen.
Bright orange visiting Hamilton Heights, the Huskies and the home side, Guerin Catholic Eagles in purple and gold. Great to have you along wherever you're watching tonight on IndianaSRN. Quick tip, drive to the basket, layup missed. Good opportunity there for Bryson Cardinal. And the ball will be out of bounds and belong to the home team in the white. Well, Cardinals doesn't miss many of those.
No. Heights did a good job after they lost the tip, getting back in the play, making that tough on Cardinal. Good hustle there.
Sorensen, a 3 from the corner.
Picking up right where he left off on Wednesday night, Jim.
Man, he was money the other night, and that was his position from the left side of the basket. All right, you mentioned pace in our pregame. Let's see what kind of pace that the Huskies provide. Here's Etchison. Going to try to go on that ankle tonight. It won't be easy. Von der Sar kicks it back out to John Iron. Tough shot. Rebound Sorensen. He's the number 2 rebounder on this Guerin Catholic team.
He's a big, strong kid for a guard. He likes to get in there and mix it up.
Malcolm House, who had the game winner against Ritter on a walk-off 3 a week ago tonight. Into Cardinal. 0 for 2 so far. And off the loose ball. Back to Hamilton Heights.
Guerin was very fluid. They had a lot of good activity in that set play right there. That continues. They're going to be getting open shots all night.
Yeah, Bryson is getting great position so far. Etchison with the kick out to John Iron. 3-0 our score. We played a buck and a quarter. 1:20. Good pass underneath. A second pass as well. That's just great teamwork.
That's good basketball right there. Guerin was a little late on that second rotation. Heights was able to get the layup. Nice job on the back door.
Isaiah Grimsley with a basket, 3-2. Tough shot, Carpenter. Or Sorensen, excuse me, he's got 5 already.
He's feeling his own, man. He's in his zone already.
Wow, he had 27 the other night on 5 of 6 shooting from the arc. 21 points last year for Rob Sorensen against Hamilton Heights. A 3 to match, perhaps. Long rebound taken down inside. And the follow-up is good.
Great job by Irons there. You can see Coach Allen isn't too happy about the missed block out. Got a quick timeout.
Yeah, it happened twice, and John Iron with his first points. And it's 5-4. So not a bad beginning for Hamilton Heights, which is desperately looking for offense. And so far with second effort, seems to be able to find it.
No, absolutely. I think, if you can generate points with offensive rebounds, second chance opportunities like that, that is a good sign, because now you're finding ways, even though you don't have maybe your second, third, fourth leading scorers, you're finding ways to make up for that.
Hamilton Heights at 1-2 lost to Noblesville, beat Clinton Central, then came back and lost to Newcastle last night. You mentioned the long-standing coach Chad Ballinger, just 2 wins shy of 300 for his great career.
He's done a great job at Hamilton Heights. Guerin Catholic is arguably the preeminent 3A basketball program, certainly in the top 2 or 3. But Hamilton Heights is one of the teams you talk about every year in Class 3A as well.
It's a fun story about Ballinger. He said when he was coaching at Knightstown, he's always paying attention to Guerin Catholic and how good they were. Coached by Pete Smith, who won 2 titles, will be our halftime guest. And he said, boy, wouldn't it be great to coach at Guerin Catholic someday? As it turned out, Bobby Allen wound up with that job.
That's right.
Double team on Cardinal. Moves around anyway and call for traveling. So Bryson is 0 for 2 to travel, but they are keying on him strongly.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, Coach Ballinger there, you see making some wrinkles and adjustments, going and double teaming Cardinal when he gets it in the post.
Hamilton Heights from the Hoosier Conference. 8 wins last year, shooting for its 2nd win tonight. Inside, leaving it just a little short, and one of many rebounds, potentially for Bryson.
Good wall up there by Guerin Catholic.
Yeah. Malcolm House. And a 3 on the way. Well, let's hit the iron way up. Cardinal with the rebound, second effort, into the free throw line. Bryson Cardinal made a living the first night against Park Tudor from the stripe, and he'll shoot twice.
Well, and there he does a good job. Morantz takes a 3. Cardinal, traveled less possession, missed a couple of layups, needs to get himself going. So what does he do? He goes to the offensive glass, creates something for himself. Good job getting to the free throw line.
In the opening game, if you can believe this, and you're a big fan of the NBA, Guerin Catholic attempted 38 free throws.
Wow.
I mean, you're not going to find the pros to match that a lot.
No. That means you're running your offense pretty good, and guys are lagging behind and having to hack and reach.
Yes. Tough start for Bryson, but it's early, and it remains 5-4 in favor of the Eagles, and we play 3 minutes. Etchison with that ankle brace on the left side, trying to maneuver, and now Iron. Here's Tillman. Good ball movement so far, and a couple of good head fakes as well. But there's Sorensen with his 2nd rebound.
Yeah, Heights is getting some good action here early.
Karen and Malcolm House and Cardinal. He can shoot the 3. Instead, he goes to the basket and a blocking foul, and he'll go to the free throw line again.
That's going to be his 4th free throw already. And we're 3 minutes into this game. That's just him, finding the driving lane, being aggressive there. A little late on the rotation, so it's a block.
The thing about Bryson Cardinal, as you take a look at the replay, is that Bobby Allen says he's still learning. I mean, he still has a lot to learn about the game. He joined the team in the middle of the season last year on their way to the state finals.
Yeah, he's absolutely a kid that has continued to progress and grow, not just height-wise, but as a basketball player. And like I said, came from JV, middle of the season was a big contributor for him. He's only a junior, beginning of his junior year, so we're just going to keep seeing this thing go forward.
He's got great stock. His mom, former champion at Purdue in women's basketball, and his dad, the custodian who led the Purdue Boilermakers. I think your dad was quite familiar with him.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Frank Hendricks. So, and Bryson put a little bit more emphasis on the feet there, and he nails 2 free throws, and it's 7-4. Played almost half of the first quarter. What are your thoughts about the way Heights is playing?
Well, Hamilton Heights has come out. They're hanging around. They're doing well. They're running their game plan, and there you see it right there. Great shot. Good job by Edgerton on that pass.
Julian Melendez is in the game. He's 14. That's Andy Guerin with the ball, and Malcolm Howes to Sorensen. He can shoot it there. Wow.
That was a deep 3.
Timeout, Chad Ballinger. 10-4 in favor of Guerin Catholic. And already 8 for Rob Sorensen.
Picking up right where he left off at. That's what he said.
Man.
He can really shoot it. He's playing with a lot of confidence early in the season here. And Heights is going to have to just make that adjustment, know where he's at. When he gets that volleyball line, pick him up.
Yeah.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
As was the case the other night, Chad having to deal with Chad Ballinger, the head coach, the fact that Rob Sorensen has gotten off to another white-hot start with 8 first-quarter points, and he has doubled up on the Huskies.
And again, I think he was doing a good job of trying to focus on not letting Cardinal and Morans hurt him inside. You have to give up something to get something, right?
Tillman Etchinson had a tough drive inside. Julian Melendez might have got a hold of that.
A lot of hand activity from Guerin there.
Can you see any effect on the ankle problem that Etchinson's dealing with?
Looks like he's playing pretty well through it right now. He's getting downhill. He's playing under control.
Called it a tweak on the ankle, and that's just a pretty drive inside by Drayden Cerna.
Absolutely. Heights is playing well right now.
Here's the freshman for 3. A freshman, Hayden Rogers, whom his coach says just has a whole lot of poise.
Man, he came in the other night and he just plays all out. He's aggressive, plays on both ends of the floor, and has made a name for himself.
This team now has a 7-point lead on their third made 3, Christoph, in just the first quarter.
Man, and that's without really Morans and Cardinal getting involved with those 6'6" guys inside.
Good drop off by Etchinson to Isaiah Grimsley. And Grimsley will get a chance to shoot 2.
Jim, I've really been impressed with how well Heights is handling missing their players early. They're really coming down, doing a good job running their offense. They're patient, and they're getting good looks down here. They can get a couple stops. They can just stay in this game, and you never know what can happen.
Well, nice compliment. I'm sure that Chad Ballinger would appreciate it, even with his team trailing 13-6. 3-point shooting we talked about, and now the kid comes off the bench and he drains it as if you don't have enough to worry about with Sorensen out there. Now you got him.
He looks like a kid that's completely bought into his role, and for a freshman to play varsity, that's how you make that happen.
Yeah, I agree. 3 points for Isaiah Grimsley. And because he was fouled beyond the arc, he will shoot 3. Got the third one as well. 4 points for him, 13-8 game, under 3 remains first quarter. Yeah, they're picking Sorensen up early, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. Yep, no free looks for him anymore.
Nope. Phoenix Von der Sar drawing that assignment right now. Now Bryson Cardinal. Hand off to Rogers. Grissom, his younger brother's a member of this team. Drop down inside. Julian Melendez taken away.
Nice defensive play there, getting over the top, getting that steal.
Tillman Etchinson with his famous brother now on at the collegiate level. Imagine getting 56 in one game.
Man. Look at the ball movement by Heights. The ball's going on both sides of the court. They're being very patient.
It's always a good sign, isn't it, as John Iron knocks down his second shot.
Absolutely, and that looked like he was very comfortable taking that pull-up jumper.
A mini 4-0 run, Christoph, 13-10. Now Ben Grissom trying to kick it inside. Got it back, and there'll be a tie-up.
Man,
the ball belongs to Hamilton Heights.
I like what Drayton Cerna's doing down there. He's really fighting in post defense. He just got a deflection there, which led turnover, and had one before, got a steal last time. He's doing a good job, undersized, fighting, making the Guerin really work.
And in the meantime, Carson Felger, 11, comes in the game for the Huskies. On the road tonight after losing to Newcastle last night, 51-37. Tillman Etchinson against Rob Sorensen with a high pick. We've had some open threes, haven't knocked them down so far, though.
And those will fall, I think, as the game keeps going.
Ooh, a sweet crossover there. Shot missed, though, by John Iron. Quick outlet to Andy Karen. About a minute to go in a fast-moving first quarter. Sorensen, wind-up three. A little short. Rebound inside. Taken away from Dylan Morans.
And there you see Cerna again with a good block out. Didn't give Morans a good chance to get his footing.
Now Etchinson in a drive to the basket.
Nice.
Ankle tweak, huh?
Oh, yeah. Pretty left-hand finish there.
His first points, 13-12. 6 straight points. Yeah. Drop down Morans. He's 6'7". He's going to be a handful along with Cardinal.
And that's what you want right there if you're Guerin, getting easy shots around the basket, taking advantage of your height.
30 seconds left, entertaining first quarter.
Yes, indeed it has, and I think Heights is going to hold for one here. If you're Coach Ballinger and Hamilton Heights, you got to be really happy with the way this quarter's gone.
That foul committed by Rob Sorensen. And they can give away fouls at this point. And a great drive moments to go. And now they play for either a tying 3 or a 2 to bring them within 1. Who do you like here?
Let's see if they get something with Etchison coming off a ball screen here.
Here he is on the drive, a little too strong though. 5 seconds to go. Morans, good save, or did he save? No. Good effort by Malcolm Howes. Will be out of bounds with 1.6 to go.
And Guerin just got a little bit sped up there. It was a good play designed by Heights there. Guerin did a good job defensively initially, made it a little tough for Etchison to finish.
First time the game for Nick Bell-Murray. You can score with 1.6 left. That's the old Trent Tucker rule.
Absolutely.
0.4 or less. I actually worked a game with him and asked him about it.
Yeah.
Set that in the NBA. That's a 90-foot shot there, or throw. And the quarter's over. But Christoph, he diagrammed it correctly at the beginning. Hamilton Heights with effort, finding a way to hang it around after one. 15-12 Guerin.
We really focus on modern application development, DevOps, so automating the whole process of delivering your solution, and cloud architecture.
It's very important for mid to large companies to have cloud partners because you can't possibly have all the talent you need to address the complex ecosystem of the cloud.
We advise them on all parts of their business. And then when things are defined and we see a clear goal, Clean Slate also then goes and does the work.
We have a team that is very passionate about what they do. We love to solve complex problems, and there's a lot of companies out there that will avoid really, getting involved in those things. And I think that's why clients like to work with us.
A reminder, if you're looking for great food for breakfast or lunch, it's Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe. Specialize in baked goods, daily specials, like their famous Sloppy Joes. Open Wednesday through Sunday, 8 to 2. That's Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe, located at 6427 Oakland Road, Indianapolis. Christoph Kendrick, I'm Jim Barber. All right, Hamilton Heights has held its own in the first quarter. Can it do so in the second?
Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing. Guerin's going to try to pound you inside. They're going to try to run their stuff. But if Heights can just keep holding up, keep the game close, anything can happen.
There is no Landon Schreiber tonight, no Tyler Champion, no Sam Dawson, who shoots threes at 70% from last year and hits 70 of them, actually at 40%. So without three starters, down by just 3 to start the second quarter. Drop down inside Morans, and Dylan Morans, nice turnaround shot for his second field goal.
No doubt. Good floppy action right there. Got Heights a little bit confused and was able to throw it inside to Morans.
If you limit turnovers, you got a chance tonight. And then, like Iron, if you can beat your man off the dribble and draw contact, you go to the line to shoot 2.
And Jack Iron, he's a good player. He's shown here early. He's feisty. He can shoot. He's pretty heady. He used his body really well that time to get in the lane and then draw a foul. He's going to get 2 free throws.
Simon Knott will check in a moment. John Iron has 5 to lead his team in scoring. Coming up on IndianaSRN, huge showdown Thursday night here between unbeaten Westfield and unbeaten Guerin Catholic.
Oh, another Hamilton County battle. That'd be a great one.
Whoa. Indeed, and in fact, both teams ranked in the top 10. It'll be Thursday night. In the meantime, tightly contested game here, separated by just 1 possession. Rob Sorensen got off in the first quarter. Quiet so far here in the second, just a minute in. Bryson Cardinal cut off by the man that's new into the game, and as he puts up a shot finally, there is contact called, and he'll shoot 2.
I'm not sure what Simon Knott did wrong on that one. I thought he did a great job cutting Cardinal off. And Cardinal did a really good job using his footwork, able to get a shot up, and they just called a foul. I think that might be a play on him.
Instead, he's back to the free throw line, and he is just 2 of 5 so far tonight. Still looking for his first field goal. Well, he's a marked man, so he's going to have to work for his points. Deep breath. A little short on that one with a tap out. Nicely done by Andy Guerin.
Great job by Guerin there, not knocking that out, getting his team an extra possession.
And then Cardinal double teamed.
Heights is swarming it every time that ball goes in the post.
Yeah, we're looking at a double and a triple team, aren't we?
Yep.
Simon Knott, big 32 in the game, setting a pick. Now Iron for 3 to tie it. And that'll be out of bounds to Guerin Catholic.
Maybe a little ill-advised shot there, but certainly a shot Iron can make. And Coach Ballinger's probably 50-50 on that one.
Sure.
Shoot it, you make it, though, right?
Every coach is happy with that, right?
Right.
Let me tell Glenn Robinson when he struggled when he came to Purdue, Gene Cady said, if you can't hit a 3, don't shoot it. And he was under 20% before he corrected his game nicely. Sorensen's like a free throw for him there, but he missed it.
I think he was shocked he was out wide open.
Yeah. Rebound, John Iron. Still 17-14. Just 2 points each here in the first 2 minutes of the second quarter, which benefits Hamilton Heights. Carson Felger.
We've seen Heights run this Buffalo action here a couple of times where you throw it, there's a back cut, and you follow it with a ball screen. You keep running, it's a continuity offense. You're going to get something good out of it. Patience is a virtue with it, though.
Yeah, you use your clock, too, which is a big thing tonight without your key scorers. All 3 double-figure guys out. That field goal rims in and out for John Iron.
That's a great possession by Heights. They got a great shot. Took about 40 seconds off the clock, too.
In the meantime, down the other way, almost tipped in by Morans. Off the miss by Malcolm Howes. Howes gets it back, throws it up, missed it. Morans touches the rim, and somehow Cardinal saves it to Hamilton Heights.
Both teams are getting after it. They're certainly scrapping.
They are. Here come the Huskies. Still 17-4-2. Been stuck on those numbers for a while. Etchison and Iron outside the key. Etchison, good head fake on Morans. And banks it in.
Great call using the head fake there. Got him off of balance a little bit. Oh, and there's that transition D we talked about. Heights cannot give that up, especially on a made basket.
It was a concern of head coach Chad Bellinger of Hamilton Heights tonight, and you saw it right there. In his 17th season as coaching, and overall 24 seasons. Irons had a good one so far. Now Etchison driving the baseline. That's always a tough move because the baseline's an extra defender. Irons for three. Still don't have a made three shot yet.
Here they are in transition again.
Sorensen is going to pick up a blocking foul, to which the bench at Hamilton Heights can't believe it.
And that's another tough call. Phoenix Vondesar did a good job getting in position, but Sorensen's a heady player. Got on the side of his body there. That's probably the right call.
Since you've coached a long time in the college and high school level, is that the first time you've ever agreed with an official?
Never agree with him. Never. Only when the calls go my way.
Just checking.
Right.
Phoenix Vondesar picks up the foul. It is a non-shooting foul. 2-team fouls, second quarter. Hamilton Heights, one for Guerin Catholic. Good game so far, 19-16.
Absolutely. High-level game. Really good coaches. Really good players out here.
Guerin Catholic using a lot of its bench so far too, Christoph.
And they certainly have that depth, and they used it the other night, and they'll continue to use it all year long.
Simon Knott has already picked up 2 fouls since entering the game.
Well, that's what that's maybe what he was in to do. He's a bigger, stronger kid. He came in, he'd fight, get position on these guys, and get rebounds, and that's what he's done.
Bobby Allen's offense is operating without its point guard and shooting guard, if you would, Jack Cherry, who has broke his leg during football. Good pass inside, miss, but the follow-up is nailed.
That's the second time on an out-of-bounds play, baseline out-of-bounds play. Guerin's got a really good look.
Ben Grissom got the follow-up, 21-16. Cherry is going to, well, he's actually been practicing so far, and if he gets the approval, he'll be back here very shortly for Guerin Catholic. He was one of their top players last year, Christoph, on the run to Indianapolis.
Absolutely, there'll be a load when they get him back for sure.
Bounce pass inside, Julian Melendez didn't bank it right. And we got contact inside. It's going to be foul on Guerin Catholic.
Oh, okay.
Or is it? Out of bounds?
Just out of bounds, baby.
Okay.
That was a good post-entry pass then. I think Melendez thought some help side was coming and just kind of threw it up there quicker. Didn't realize he had more time.
Now the drive to the basket, and Tillman Etchison says, wait a minute.
Yeah, they called it.
What did I do?
Yeah. I think the Hamilton Heights fans and players thought that might have been a foul.
Yeah. Catholic cheering section hollering out, you can't do that. They'll get on their opposition star players, and they'll have fun with Westfield Thursday night.
Oh, no
and a neighborhood rival just 5 miles away. Rogers on the drive to Ben Grissom, who's played well off the bench. Julian Melendez missed the layup. How about this group in here right now for Guerin Catholic? All subs.
All subs, yeah. And I think that just shows Coach Allen has so much trust in his bench. He's got so much trust. He knows he's built a good program here. Coming off what Coach Smith did, he's been here 6 years. He's got guys that can play, and he's not afraid to use them.
No, apparently not. Rob Sorensen, who leads all in scoring with 8, will come in the game and replace number 10, Nick Belmurray. Cardinal draws the double team to Sorensen, and he'll go to the free throw line, and where Rob is a terrific free throw shooter at 88% this season.
And again, there's another baseline out of bounds play where Guerin got a good shot off of. I think the way they're playing, that might be their best offense right now.
Yeah. Sorensen's first free throw is true. He's got 9 for the game, and now 4 team fouls on the Huskies. Well, it didn't take long for the senior guard to get into double figures.
No. To no one's surprise.
And in this game, to this point, Guerin Catholic has attempted 8 free throws already.
And that right there was probably not a foul, but because they missed the last one, they gave him that one. That's a good move by Coach Ballinger to stay on the officials right there. You can tell he's a veteran coach who's been around. That credit goes to Coach Ballinger right there.
Well, in the pros, they call that a makeup, right?
That's right. And that was Sorensen's second one.
Yes, and that may be pivotal. He'll remain in the game right now, and they'll challenge him, and why not? Off the miss, taken down by Tillman Etchinson. They're going to go right at, if they can, Sorensen. Why not? That'd be a key to get out of the game. Instead, they switch on him and have Ben Grissom pick him up, and that's a turnover.
That's a good job by both Grissom and Cardinal. Grissom held his ground. Cardinal did not help uphill the way that maybe Etchison thought he would. Made that a really tough pass, and it ended up in a turnover.
Guerin Catholic coach Bobby Allen in his 6th year says we want to switch a lot. And we've got guys that can guard, in the case of Sorensen and Cardinal, maybe Moran's and Cardinal and Sorensen, 5 different positions.
Absolutely. If you got 6'6", 6'7" guys that can move their feet, why not?
House double team, tough pass inside. Somehow, however, Cardinal came up with it, and Bryson will go to the free throw line again.
Man, Heights is doing a great job really making it tough for Cardinal and Moran's inside. But credit Guerin Catholic for not going away from that strategy when they're doing that. It's ended up in a lot of free throws tonight, and Guerin just needs to convert on them.
And under the new rules, Christoph, 5 team fouls in a quarter means you shoot 2 the rest of the way. Pattern, I guess, after the NBA and also women's basketball.
Yes, and certainly a different rule change to the IHSAA this year. And I know there's mixed feelings about it, but Guerin's taking advantage of it tonight.
Do you like it?
I'm more of a traditionalist.
Which means no.
Give me 7 in the 1-on-1.
Bryson got the first, missed the second. It's an 8-point lead right now for the Eagles, their largest of the night. Second opportunity coming up.
Great ball movement and great recovery by Guerin right there.
Yes, and just about 5 guys touched the ball on his possession for Hamilton Heights. Von Nassar wears 1. That's a tough 3 on the way, and still without a 3 is Drayden Cerna and Hamilton Heights. They could use him right now with 90 seconds to go first half. Pete Smith, the Hall of Famer, will join us at the break.
And Guerin trying to get it inside there. Good job fronting again. Cerna's done a great job playing in the post D. Made that a tough pass, just threw too much English on it.
Boilermaker Local 374 can offer you a career as an iron shipbuilder, blacksmiths, or general helpers. For more information, contact the International Brotherhood of Boilermakers at 219-845-1065. Christoph Kendrick, Jim Barber, late first half. Guerin Catholic by 8. Hamilton Heights without 3 starters tonight. Trying to hang tough.
And they've certainly done that.
Yeah, I agree. Here's Von Nassar on the handoff. Under a minute to go. First half. There's Cerna. Back to Von Nassar. Etchinson, little crossover there. With the rebound taken down by Malcolm House and 40 seconds to go.
Good job by Guerin there. They did not let up. Played defense for 40 seconds.
Well, how about that bounce back? Layup made. You don't see a play like that very often. Ashland Arkansas, the pride of St. Matthew.
That's right. That's right.
There's re-snaps back the other way.
Great job by Edson finding the guy cutting there. We talked about it earlier. That was transition D. Guerin fell asleep on.
By my accounts, Guerin Catholic has used 11 players tonight. Final seconds, first half. Down to 5. Sorensen on the drive. Left it just a little short. That
What a shot!
And it counts. Phoenix van der Sar. It's a Sports Center highlight.
Wow.
Three-quarter court.
Watched a lot of basketball. You're only going to see one or two of those in your lifetime.
Yes.
What a shot.
And at the end of the first half, Hamilton Heights out of Arcadia, Indiana, without key players, down by 5 at the break, 26-21. Are you surprised?
No, not really. I think Coach Ballinger does a great job every year, and he gets his kids to compete. And so for them to come out here in a rivalry game against a highly ranked opponent, pumped up and ready to go, they're playing like they got nothing to lose, and they don't. And it showed in the score.
Once trailing by as much as 9, now down by 5, and without a 3 until van der Sar shot one from, 60, 70 feet?
Oh, that was a deep one right there.
Man. Pete Smith will be our special guest, the new Hall of Famer, when we come back here on IndianaSRN.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort, fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Really?
Yeah.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Halftime, IndianaSRN, Guerin Catholic 26, Hamilton Heights 21. Jim Barber and the Hall of Famer. Always nice to say that. Pete Smith, who started the Guerin Catholic program almost 20 years ago, won a couple of championships here. And you were telling me during the break you were surprised at the induction. Why is that?
Well, I was very humble and grateful. Believe me, it was never a goal to be in a Hall of Fame, and I retired rather early, actually. I've been out of it 8 years now. But all that being said, I don't know, you just never expect it. I mean, you don't. I think there's a lot of great coaches that have not, got the honor to, get the call, and you just think they're going to get in it, and they don't. And I was blessed to get the call the other day from Wayne Barker. That was the former coach of mine at camp a long time ago. Now
Really?
Superintendent up at Northwest Allen Schools in Fort Wayne, yeah. So.
Well, the second and only coach at Guerin Catholic, Bobby Ellen, I asked him about your induction, and he said, when I was at Knightstown and I was watching and noticing Guerin Catholic winning all those games, I said to myself, man, would it be great to coach there?
Well,
and then he follows you.
Well, true story. The year before, I was kind of starting to feel like it was about time I was going to retire from teaching at 54, 55 and get in a new profession. And I tried to bring him over the year before. We had a teaching opening in English, and he said, I'm going to stay Cathedral. I'm a Cathedral grad. I really appreciate that. And then the next year when it did open, we tried him again, and he said, yes, sir, for a head coaching job, I will at the Guerin Catholic. And he's done wonderful work here. I mean, he fits the mission of the school. He's got the Catholic faith, and he knows what's important about coaching here at this school. This is not your typical school. I mean, it truly isn't. It's you better be in it for the right reason, or one, they won't hire, and two, if they give you a shot and you're not there for the right reason, like it's just about winning, you're not going to be here long.
Visiting with Pete Smith now, a new member of the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame, with some guy named Dan Dockich, whom I covered at Andrean High School back in the 80s. I know Doc has got to be thrilled about being nominated, and several others as well. When you look at the legacy of you created here, and of course you've got Bobby following you, do you chat at all about what you did here, and does Bobby rely on any type of mentorship from you?
I don't think he relies on anything from me. He does reach out from time to time. Whenever I'm not broadcasting a game, like today I had 2 over at Brownsburg for the Sneakers for Santa thing, but whenever I'm not broadcasting a game, I either try to get out and watch it, or I watch it on you guys. Last year I was texting Keith during the Noblesville Guerin game. It was a Saturday afternoon. I just didn't feel very good. I didn't want to spread any illness, and I watched the whole game. I was texting him during it, and he was mentioning me on the broadcast, which Keith was tremendous in our state championship runs. The station just did a wonderful job covering us.
We appreciate that, because IndianaSRN will be here Thursday night for the showdown with Westfield, a top 10 showdown, if you will.
I did Westfield Kokomo last Saturday at Memorial Gymnasium, and they are very, very good. The big kid that moved in, Nick Book, really adds a facet that Westfield has not had in a long time, and Chad Buchanan's a great guard.
Yeah, Guerin Catholic probably feels like they owe him one after last year's 59-43 game that was won by Westfield at Westfield. So what happens now with your induction in terms of ceremonies and everything like that? Do you have a schedule?
I've not received a schedule yet. I know the date is March 20th, and I know they have the informal thing during the day at Newcastle at the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame, and then at night we have a dinner at Primo Banquet Hall. But the neat thing for me, just real quick, Jim, is that Brian Bippus is the youngest going in. Brian was a great player at Indiana School for the Deaf, and then went and had an All-American career at Gallaudet University, and I have a deaf son. So I was worried as soon as I heard about it, we're going to have to get him an interpreter. And then I saw Brian was on it, so it's really neat that a deaf player can go in, and my son who's deaf can have an interpreter and feel a little bit of pride that way too.
Oh, it feels like a miracle, doesn't it?
God's got a great plan.
He does.
You just got to do what you're supposed to do and think you're supposed to do the right thing, and it'll pay off.
I would agree with that. Hey, before we leave you with some thoughts about this basketball game, anything in particular that's impressed you so far here in the first half?
Well, you can tell the loss of Jack Cherry really is Guerin's trying to find that niche for who their real true point guard is. You know, Robert Sorensen is a great 2 guard. He's got to bring it up sometime. Malcolm House has done a really good job and hit the game winner, but they really missed that leadership of a 4-year varsity player in Jack Cherry. He's going to come back, as you probably know, at the end of January, hopefully at the earliest. But they're missing that little leadership on the floor, and they're not really in a groove right now. I've watched several of their games on tape. So anyway, Heights is playing pretty well tonight. Tillman Etchison's had some tough non-calls because he's getting to the basket a lot and just can't really get to the line. But he's playing very, very well as their point guard for the Huskies.
I can tell you're good at broadcasting as well, because that's a thorough analysis of the first half. Pete, it's been a pleasure.
Hey, Jim, great. And I've always admired you, watching a lot of games that you broadcasted when we were both a little bit younger.
Yes, absolutely. Pete Smith, our special guest, the Hall of Famer here on IndianaSRN. Back with the second half in a moment.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
In the All-County Showdown, welcome to the second half on IndianaSRN. The Morales Group is building better futures one story at a time. They have locations in Indianapolis, Zionsville, Anderson, Columbus, and Lafayette. For more information, please give them a call, 317-472-5700. 7-600. With Christoph Kendrick, I'm Jim Barber. It's interesting, Pete Smith brought up something during the break, Christoph, that you really can see how Guerin struggles without Jack Cherry.
Yeah.
And you're familiar with Cherry. What kind of pressures are put on Rob Sorensen to not only shoot the ball, which he's quite good at, but also handle it?
Well, when you have to do both, it takes your conditioning out. It gives you more responsibilities. You got more things to think about. And when you're playing against a county rival who's just a few miles away, like Coach Ballinger and Hamilton Heights, they know your game, and they know what you can and can't do, and they're going to be able to, try to expose any weakness they see better.
Well, the 3rd in the first half from 70 feet away or so. It was the only made 3, but capped the last 5 points for Hamilton Heights, which starts the second half with the ball.
Nice backdoor play.
Beautiful give and go to the man who hit that long shot, Von Desar, who now has 5.
I tell you, Hamilton Heights has been completely locked in on the task at hand. Guerin just needs to be more crisp, and I know Coach Allen was on him about that at halftime.
Just a one-possession game and now a turnover. Tillman Etchinson with a chance for the 3 to tie the game. Working without 3 key players tonight. And having scored just 37 points, Christoph, in 2 of its losses.
Yeah, they are locked in, and they are doing a good job on both ends of the floor, as you see, with that last steal there.
And by backing out to get to bleed a little clock here, too.
Yeah. Sticking with the game plan.
Chant defense. It's turned into a defensive battle here. Iron with a crossover. Hand off Etchinson, playing 2-man outside. Etchinson throws one up and doesn't get the roll, but does get the rebound.
Look at him competing in there, fighting. Open 3.
Von Desar in and out. That would have tied it. Clapped that hand and went, oh, man. Well, he already got the one that from 3/4 court, so the gods do even up, don't
even
they?
It up. There you go. And Drayton Cerna there fighting, getting his team in extra possession. They'll start the ball in the fourth quarter, so long as there's another held ball. But he's done a great job tonight, just fighting and competing, doing all the little things to help his team.
Bryson Cardinal out of the game for the moment. Rob Sorensen to bring it up against Von Desar. Phoenix with a tough assignment guarding him. Andy Guerin with a shot. A little too strong. Good hustle, though, by the freshman Hayden Rogers.
Absolutely. They tried to run that high-low twice. Guerin did a good job. Instead of throwing it in, he just took the open J.
House missing and tapped out, and another chance for the Huskies to draw within 1 or tie it with a 3. And that one is knocked out of bounds by Malcolm House.
I think the longer this game can go on, where it's kind of sludged up and it's lower scoring, I think Heights, feels they have a better chance to win, and they've done a good job. They now feel like they can beat Guerin Catholic.
Yeah, absolutely. They've already played almost even for the first 2+ quarters. Tillman Etchinson trying to take Sorensen off the dribble. A lot of contact. It's out of bounds to Guerin Catholic.
That's a tough one. Guerin had 4 guys with at least 1 foot in the paint when Tillman took that shot. He's got to be able to draw a defender to help and then throw it out on that one.
Moments ago, the layup by Phoenix. Von Desar gives you an idea of how they've been sharing the ball tonight that Christoph spoke of. 26-23, still anybody's game. Guerin Catholic trying to stay undefeated. Rogers swarmed outside. So is Sorensen. Sorensen got a step on his man. Now Rogers for 3.
Great block out there again. Oh.
And a turnover you don't want to see happen.
You work so hard to get the ball, then give it right back.
Malcolm House makes it a 2-possession game at 28-23. Drayton Cerna trying to post inside and does.
Drayton Cerna again had a great block out on the other end. Comes down on this end, gets post position, and finishes it.
That's a good save by Malcolm House. And Dylan Moran just took off.
And you see that athleticism. That's what the Guerin Catholic staff raves about. He can really do that. He can hurt you on multiple levels, and you saw it right there.
He's now got 6. Lead is back to 5. Etchison can't get loose, and there's going to be contact and a foul outside. We're going to show that dunk to you again. And Dylan Morantz, who stands at 6'7", to the hole.
6'7" with some bounce, too. Etchison's really putting pressure on the Guerin defense there. He kind of drove in a single gap where there were two guys there, but Guerin used their hands instead of moving their feet, and Etchison made him pay the price with the foul.
Bryson Cardinal's back in the game, and he has yet to have a field goal. In fact, he, from the free throw line, has hit 3 of just 8. But as we mentioned, he has drawn a lot of traffic.
Yes, he has.
Tillman Etchison bounces it inside. Now they'll take it back to the free throw line. Shots are tough to come by for Hamilton Heights here in the second half. But they have kept the turnovers at a minimum. Phoenix Van der Sar.
And there you see that switching defense that Coach Allen was talking to you about before the game, Jim.
And now a turnover, and here's Morantz
Showtime.
open court. He can change the complexion of a game in a hurry, can he?
Sure can. Hamilton Heights is being patient, a little too patient. One of the dangers of that is you keep passing it, keep dribbling, you can force a turnover.
That might be the thing that head coach Chad Ballinger wants to talk about. Let's take a break with the score, 32-25 in favor of Guerin Catholic, led by Dylan Murrens with 2 consecutive slams.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Back live, 32-25, Guerin Catholic trying to stay undefeated. Shooting for its 4th consecutive win. Told Bobby Allen during the week, you've never started a season 4-0 anywhere. He goes, I didn't know that, but that'd be nice. 86-43 in his fine career, Guerin Catholic. That's a 3 on the way, and a second made 3 tonight for Hamilton Heights. That's Drayden Cerna, who has 7.
He's been a key tonight. He's just been all over the floor. Basketball gods are rewarding him with some points here lately.
And he's got 5 third-quarter points. 32-28, back the other way. 3 missed. And a good hustle by Hayden Rogers, and he is fouled about 40 feet from the goal as Tillman Etchison trying to come up with the ball.
Those are 2 quick little guys right there fighting for that one, and it's good to see them compete like that. That makes the game fun to watch.
Foul situation limited here in the third quarter, just 1 each.
Pretty clean quarters.
Yes. Yep. Rogers had to get rid of it in a hurry to Malcolm Howes, who hit that buzzer beater last Saturday night. Now the Eagles doing a nice job of sharing the ball. Cardinal draws the double team to Karen. Everybody gets their hands on it. Now inside Moran's, reverse, missed it. Save to Cardinal. He bullies his way in, and he'll shoot twice.
Really good possession by Guerin Catholic there. Like you said, they moved it around. They were able to get a post entry. 6-7 Moran's. Got a layup, just wasn't able to finish it, but Cardinal cleaned it up for him.
That's 2 fouls now at Drayden Cerna. And 2 more free throws for Bryson Cardinal, who will have attempted 10 by the time this 2 free throw attempt is done.
Cerna's only listed at 6'1". He's been giving up a lot of height down there, but he's made up for it with his heart and tremendous effort.
Yeah, he's been fun to watch. 4th point for Bryson Cardinal. Hyper Logistics specializes in everything from warehousing to transportation, everything in between. 3 services, 1 solution. We do it all. For further info, call them at 317-396-1023. 2 free throws by Bryson Cardinal, who has 5 and has attempted 10.
He's certainly been he's certainly done a good job of drawing defenders and using his body to get to the foul line.
Oh, he sure has.
Hard on Heights.
A little weave going on right now for Hamilton Heights, still in the game, down 6. Irons got it stripped away for the moment. Picked up by Cerna. Now back to Irons, a little turnaround. Position inside to the big man, Simon Knott, who's in the game with 2 fouls. And that one taken away. Andy Guerin open court, and he'll shoot 2.
The turnovers have hurt Heights here the last few possessions. You know, Simon Knott checks back in the game, first action, gets an offensive rebound to give him an extra possession, and they end up throwing it away. Now, part of this is Guerin's really good defense. It's not like they're getting good shots. They keep trying to move it to get one, and they end up turning it over. So credit Guerin Catholic as well.
Yeah, you see that defense moments ago in the replay. To the free throw line for the first time tonight, Andy Guerin, who is from the stripe this year, 3 of 8. Trent Cerna comes out of the game. Second free throw is in the air, and that one is good by Guerin, who has 3 points. And the lead is 7 to 35-28. Well, this is a low-scoring game that you thought Hamilton Heights must have to have a chance.
Absolutely. They've done everything I think Coach Ballinger's wanted them to do. Just got to cut down on the turnovers.
We have a timeout. Let's take a break with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter with the score 35-28 in favor of Guerin.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
We never really realize how much we depend on electricity until the power goes out. Get those lights back on when you choose the certified electricians at Bertner Electric Incorporated. Locally owned and operated, we are a member of the Better Business Bureau and provide only the highest quality of customer service. For more information, give us a call today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Tonight's broadcast copyrighted by the IHSAA, the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Any use of the accounts of this game without the express written consent of the IHSAA is prohibited. Christoph Kendrick, Jim Barber, with 2 minutes to go in the first moments of the third quarter, actually the latter moments, 35-28 in favor of Guerin Catholic. Setting up for a huge showdown with Westfield Thursday night on IndianaSRN, but still lots of clock left for the Huskies to make a move in this game, and now they're going to face full court pressure. And in an attempt to beat it, they turn it over. Three-pointer from the left corner is no good by Howes. That would have upped the lead to 10.
Missed opportunity for Guerin there.
Snap number 4 is in the game now inside, and he's moving around the baseline. Etchinson on the drive in major traffic.
Great job by Bryson Cardinal. Came in a little late. I think Etchinson didn't expect it. Put his hand straight up, and Etchinson, didn't have a clean look, and that's what happened.
And to Bryson's credit, to this point, no fouls after having 3 the other night, and fouled out against Park Tudor with 5 in the second half.
Good change of pace by Etchison there.
Ball about 30 feet from the goal. Cerna back in the game, who has 7. He wears 12. Atchison, 21, handles at the point for Hamilton Heights. Under a minute. Good defense by Sorensen. Almost forced a turnover. Now they do force a turnover.
Man, Guerin's got a couple, about 4 or 5 of those this quarter.
That's usually money for Sorensen, but he misses the 3. And with 40 seconds to go, let's see if the Huskies play for 1. And instead a foul by Julian Melendez, which is just team foul number 2 in the third quarter.
Somehow, some way, Heights has found a way to stick around this third quarter.
Yeah.
To get themselves to be in striking distance when we go to the next quarter here.
You're not aware, too, the foul situation. You have to get to 5 for the other team to shoot 2 the rest of the way. It's a new rule in the IHSAA this year. And as Christoph mentioned earlier, it's got mixed reviews so far from coaches. I guess it depends on how many free throws you've been shooting.
Right, or how good of a free throw shooting team you are.
Absolutely. Right? Etchinson can't move around Malcolm Howes.
Man, 5-second count.
Yeah, and Etchinson doesn't agree.
He never broke that time. That was really good defense there by Guerin Catholic. In particular, number 5, Malcolm Howes.
Well, Bobby Allen thinks his defense is a work in progress, but tonight it's been pretty solid.
No question about it. They certainly heeded his call on that.
Sorensen lost control. 5 seconds to go. The handoff to Cardinal. Back to Sorensen for 3. And that's the end of the quarter.
Man, Hamilton Heights just keeps hanging around. Those turnovers. Guerin has not been able to take advantage and blow this game open.
Let's come back with a 4th and see if the Huskies can make a run with a score of 35-28.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Huskies lost by 14 the other night, hanging tough tonight, trailing by 7 as we go to the 4th. Don't miss a beat this holiday season. IndianaSRN has your soundtrack covered. Let the festive tunes fill your home with warmth and joy. Log on to IndianaSRN.org, click on music 24/7. All right, so Huskies have hung in there, Christoph, through 3. How do they win it?
They're going to have to come up with some offense now. That's going to start by getting field goal attempts and not turnovers. They turned it over way too much that quarter, but their defense, their determination kept them in it. Now they just got to find a way to put the ball in the basket.
Might help if they can get to the free throw line, too, early and often. Tillman Etchinson, tweaked ankle and all, handling the ball to start the 4th. Now on the drive and the kickoff. Carson Felger is 11. That's a 3 on the way, a little short. Reese Knapp.
Those are the ones they're going to have to hit if they want to come back. And this one has a clean look. You got to make that one against a good defense.
They have, but 2 made threes in this game. One was a highlight one at the end of the first half. Moran's on the drive, and he will go to the free throw line.
Did a good job. Once he saw he had the guy on his hip, just exploded right by him. Nothing he could do but foul him.
Drayton Cerna now has 3 fouls. And the thing about Guerin Catholic, they draw fouls. They draw shooting fouls.
They do. That's a great point. You talked about that 38 free throws the other night. I mean, that's just unbelievable.
Morant's now to the free throw line for the first time, can become the second double-figure scorer for his team. Cardinal with a rebound somehow, and then he's tied up, and he's fouled.
And that's what he does. Between 3 orange jerseys, somehow he came out of there.
Yeah.
There was a little throwback of the 90s there, doesn't it?
It sure does. Gee, who would he remind you of, huh?
Yeah.
Reese Knapp picks up his first foul. Team foul 2, and now team foul 3. No, offensive foul coming up on Guerin.
It's an illegal screen there. It's a good action. Just got to stay put during the screen.
It's on Malcolm Howes. So Hamilton Heights remains with 2 team fouls and now 1 for Guerin as we open the fourth quarter. We're drawing a lot of fouls so far here in the fourth quarter. Malcolm Howes now has picked up 2 quick ones. Just 5 free throw attempts in the game for the Huskies.
They got to see if they can get downhill more like Etchison has, but then see if they can draw contact and get to that line, man. That's a free easy points with less stress.
And that's a good point. That's to the big man inside. And then it drop it down to Simon Knott. Makes it a 6-point game.
Good passing, put Guerin in rotation. It wasn't quick enough and finished the layup.
Sorensen, who has 10, 8 of those in the first quarter.
And again, if you're Hamilton Heights, that's what you're living with, a contested 2 off the dribble like that. Sorensen's much better when he's spotted up and ready to shoot.
That's a good point. Basket here cuts it to 2-score game. Who would have thought that might happen after the struggles of Hamilton Heights?
No doubt. Very good patience by Heights here again.
Tillman Etchison off the dribble. Draws contact from Hayden Rogers, no call.
And every time Etchison drives, there's 3 or 4 white uniforms in his vicinity waiting on him.
There's his drive again. 3, left corner. A miss by Cerna, but they get the ball back.
Man.
Another try for 3.
And the basketball gods are rewarding Hamilton Heights for their effort right there.
Ray Snap brings it within a 3-point game at 36-33. Malcolm Howes on the drive to the hoop. Lays it in. No offensive foul. Malcolm Howes picks up his 3rd foul, and there will be no basket.
What great rotation by Heights, man. They've been locked in this quarter. They've been locked in this whole game.
So 3 team fouls now here in the fourth quarter on Guerin with 5.5 to go. We'll keep it here for the moment. Well, we go back to something you said in the pregame show, which is worth mentioning again, that Hamilton Heights would need to be patient. Tonight it has, even when trailing by 9. It's been able to find the good shots inside. Now down 3, and now with the ball coming up here in a moment.
Well, they just did not deviate from their game plan. I think, this is, like we said, this is a rivalry game. They always say there's an old cliche, throw the records out when you have those rivalry games. It was a 2-point win for Guerin last year up at Heights. I'm sure Heights would like to return the favor. In the last 15 meetings, Guerin leads 8-7. So this is always nip and tuck. It's about as good as you're going to get in Indiana high school basketball, and I think you're seeing it play out tonight, that this is a situation where, hey, Guerin on paper looks a lot better, but you got to play the game on the field.
You think about what Hamilton Heights has done through the sectionals over the past several years. Since 2015, has had losses by 1, 2, and 3 points. We play Muncie Central next Saturday night, and we have highlighted already and promoted the showdown with Westfield between Guerin Catholic and the Shamrocks coming Thursday night on IndianaSRN. Will it be the battle of the unbeatens, or will Guerin Catholic go in with 1 loss?
We're getting ready to find out here in the next 5:30, but if you're Hamilton Heights, you have to feel very, very happy about where you've got Guerin at. I don't think the Guerin players expected to be in this position. I know the Guerin coaches knew it was possible, but 15, 16, 17-year-old kids,
no.
I think they were thinking this thing could get ugly.
A 1-possession game. Watch the patience of the Huskies. Looking for the best shot. They don't mind using some time to do it. Tillman Etchison spins. That's a 3 to tie the game. Way too long by Drayden Cerna.
Etchison did a great job getting in the lane, drawing a defender to find an open man. Very good job by him.
Now Sorensen inside, lost the ball. Etchison tied up Sorensen on a 50-50 fight, and who's got it? Looks like Guerin's got it. Guerin will keep it. And there's Bryson Cardinal. Hey, does he remind you of anybody in his family?
I mean, the fist pump, the diving on the floor. Both teams are getting after it, man. You love it. You got to love to see it.
Dad Brian's got to be thrilled with that, huh?
Absolutely.
I think he may be in the house tonight. By the way, he was in Hawaii to watch Purdue win the Maui Invitational. And then Purdue was shocked last night in overtime by Northwestern again.
Well, there you go. When you go on the road in any, but especially in the Big Ten, anything is possible, man. And a lot of everyone can coach. Everyone's got good players, and if you don't bring your A game, you're susceptible to getting beat, even if you are as good as the Boilermakers.
Yeah, Chris Collins has done a great job at Northwestern, and of course, he was the former Duke assistant under Mike Krzyzewski for years. 4:51 left, 36-33 in favor of the Golden Eagles, who have been tested tonight in the nest.
No question about it.
Andy Guerin to throw it in. Here's Hayden Rogers, guarded loosely by Etchinson. To Sorensen, trying to get it to Cardinal. Can't do it. Tied up by Simon Knott. Drop down Cardinal. And a foul.
Simon Knott just got a little too much hands and body in the Cardinal on that one.
That's his third. Team foul number 3, and the team fouls are even. Get to 5, and it's double bonus. Handoff Sorensen, wide open 3. What a wonderfully designed play.
That's the second time they got him. That was how they scored the first play of the game when they got up 3-0. And then Guerin Catholic has just been really, really good on those baseline out of bounds.
Give the Huskies, or rather the Eagles, a little separation for the moment. 13 now for Sorensen.
That was close.
Already had one call on him. Etchinson on the drive. Blocking foul and basket. Said Hayden Rogers got over there too late.
He did. It was a great take by Etchinson. Saw a mismatch. Went to his left-hand attack. Like you said, Rogers didn't see it, and he's so fast. Etchinson is an explosive. You got to be there quickly. Otherwise, that's what the result that's going to happen.
You probably love that matchup, senior versus freshman, huh?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Tyler Etchinson now with 3 field goals, attempting his first free throw. Just won't go away, will they?
They won't.
39-36 halfway through the fourth. Rogers not tempted to shoot the 3. Sorensen will. That's a 3. He's hit 2 in a row. Look out.
And Heights lost just a little bit of discipline there, jumping in the passing lane, which lets Sorensen have that open shot.
Now back the other way, Tillman Etchinson, who now has 9 points in the game, and somehow with a tweaked ankle has been playing his butt off.
Nice response by him there to come down and make that jumper.
Yes. 42-38 in favor of Guerin Catholic. In a battle tonight. Oh, Sorensen thought he got pushed. Ball is out of bounds, and now the 2 of the 3 officials are going to confer. I didn't see a foul call, did you?
No, I think he's asking his buddy who went off of.
There's a 3-pointer by Sorensen moments ago, and let's see what the ruling is. Hamilton Heights says nothing was called. First, an explanation of Bobby Allen, the head coach at Guerin.
Looks like Orange is going to get it.
Yes. Well, if no foul was called, that's the right call, isn't it?
That is the right call.
Now, Rob Sorensen will disagree because he thought he got pushed. Oh, he did a great acting job, one or the other. And either way, he was shoved out of the way. And now Bobby Allen is having words. And it is going to be out of bounds to Hamilton Heights. 3-man crew in a tightly contested game with 3 to go. Etchinson at the point. Senior versus senior. Sorensen hawking him. Tough shot, missed it. Rogers saves it.
Really good defense, and more bodies hit the floor there. Great job by Sorensen staying down on his feet.
Guerin Catholic can use some time if it wants to here. 3 team fouls on Hamilton Heights, 4 on Guerin Catholic. Sorensen. What a fourth quarter he's having.
No doubt. What confidence to take that shot there. Wasn't exactly wide open, 4-point lead, 2.5 to go. Way to step up and knock it in.
This crowd is alive. Timeout. Hamilton Heights. Sorensen's hit 3 in a row, and the difference in the game is 7.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
IndianaSRN Sports Web TV, your gateway to Indiana sports excellence. Partner with IndianaSRN. Where success and sponsorship meet, contact us at coach@IndianaSRN.org. And to our amazing fans and listeners, thank you for being part of the Indiana SRN Sports family. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. How's your shopping coming, by the way?
Hasn't started yet. I didn't take advantage of Black Friday. So, it'll get there. It'll get there.
Plenty of time left on the clock, by the way.
Yeah.
Huskies in a 7-point hole on the great shooting you saw moments ago by the senior Rob Sorensen. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Simon Knott, his 4th.
Coach Ballinger's not happy with that one. Maybe he leaned in. I thought he did a good job staying straight up, but the official on the floor had a better angle than me.
Well, right now, Ballinger's on the floor, and he just got a technical. You think it was a good call?
Man, that's one of those 50-50 ones. I probably would have let it go, but I respect Coach Ballinger getting this technical foul, showing he's supporting his team. This kids have battled their butts off all night, and a call like that, you know, it's going to make you upset.
90% free throw shooter at the line, and Rob Sorensen. And, of course, once you mention that, it's an automatic miss.
That's right.
Didn't do that on purpose, by the way. Leading all scorers with 19. He's had a 4th quarter for the ages. Stretching the lead to 8.
Well, now with 2:12 here, Hamilton Heights is really going to have to, you know, pull the pressure up, see if they can create some havoc, maybe some steals, easy baskets. Guerin just needs to make their free throws and take care of the basketball, and they'll be fine.
And if Guerin uses a lot of clock, you're going to have to think about fouling them and take your chances here. Sorensen looking for help. Gets from Dylan Moranz. Moranz at 6'7", handles like a guard out there.
Yeah. Skilled kid.
Man. Now Rob Sorensen down to 2 minutes. Guerin Catholic not in a hurry. And now over the limit and to the free throw line will go the freshman. Four fouls on Tillman Etchinson.
Yeah, and Hamilton Heights going to have to start fouling at this point if they can't get steals. Time's running out, and there's no shot clock to help you.
Yeah, why not put the freshman on the line, too?
Right. Good call there.
Big problem tonight for the home team is 7 missed free throws. Plenty of chances, though. Hayden has a 3-pointer made. And connects on the second free throw.
Let's see what Heights does here. I think they're going to try to get something quick with a quick hitter, then try to maybe jump into a press after a made basket.
Tillman Etchison can get him in quickly. Now drives to the hoop.
Good pass.
Kicks it off the knot. Now Irons trying to drive around Cardinal. No space, though. Back to Tillman for three. Left it short. And it's out of bounds to Guerin Catholic. With a $1:41 to go.
Great effort by Knott there trying to save it. Tough shot, but had to take it with the amount of time left. And, it was kind of microcosm of the game. Hamilton Heights has done so well. They've played so hard. But at this point, it just hasn't been quite enough.
Head coach Chad Ballinger should be pretty proud of this group because without three key guys, Landon Schreiber, Tyler Champion, and Sam Dawson, they're within a score here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, no question about it. His kids have played their heart out, and he and his staff have done a great job coaching as well.
They'll have a week to get ready for Muncie Central next Saturday night. And if this holds true, it'll be undefeated Guerin Catholic and undefeated Westfield Thursday night on our network.
And that's going to be a good one. Again, county rivalry game, top 10 4A, top 10 3A team, a lot of talent on the floor. It's going to be a good one to watch.
Just one of some 20 games across the state that night. John Harrow, who does a great job of clocking all games and schedules and scores, indicating that for a Thursday night evening. Hadn't been a good night for Bryson Cardinal from the line, just 5 of 11.
No, and it's good that he's getting there, but then he's got to convert them. And he normally does, and he will going down the future, but I know he's going to get back in the gym and work tomorrow on that.
Yeah, he's a better free throw shooter than that. He's got 6, all from the line. 10-point lead. Amazingly, this is the biggest of the game for Guerin Catholic. On a 12-5 run.
They slowly pulled away. Timeout, okay, all right. They slowly pulled away, but Heights has done a good job of staying in it, and Guerin kind of ramped up the pressure here.
And Rob Sorensen has half of his 20 points in the fourth with back-to-back-to-back threes.
Really good job by him. He had not the middle quarters, he really didn't do much offensively. Heights' defense was really good on him, but big-time players, senior leaders step up in the fourth quarter, and that's exactly what he did tonight for his team.
Heights assisted by Brett Christ, Mitch Street, Eric King, Kurt Catlin.
Been a staff that's been together for quite some time. They know each other well, and that's why they've had the success they've had over the years.
Decked out in orange and brown tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And with less than a minute and a half to go, has to get some quick baskets and some steals or missed free throws. And in this game, their most productive quarter was just 12 in the first. Now you got to make up 10.
Absolutely, and we knew scoring was going to be going to be tough for them tonight. One, because they're missing guys, but two, Guerin's a really good defensive team, and they showed that tonight. And I think while maybe the casual observer it might seem Guerin played poor tonight, Coach Allen talked to you about how he wanted his defense to play better. They certainly answered the call tonight.
Yeah, I would agree. And their defensive numbers are getting better by the game in terms of points allowed. Tillman Etchison for three. I believe that's Irons inside. Missed it. Rebound Cardinal, outlet. Breakaway. Andy Karen. For Traveler. Took an extra step. You say, oh, come on now. That was my highlight.
And that'll be something that Coach Allen will talk about. If that's a 2-point game, you got to lay that in.
Sure.
Not worried about trying to get the dunk, but 10-point game is probably pretty much at hand. That's one you want. That's when you want to get your highlight in, like you said.
Was he trying to match Dylan Moran's?
Right, want to have bragging rights in the locker room.
Yes. 65 seconds to go. Irons will dribble drive to the basket and leave it short.
And there you see Cardinal was waiting for him, didn't foul him, straight up, made it tough for him to finish, and it worked out.
Even though Cardinal struggled at the line, he has no fouls tonight. It's a very productive game for him defensively.
Absolutely.
Sorensen alley-oop.
Putting an exclamation point on this one there. Moran's third dunk, great pass by Sorensen there.
Moran's now with 12. 30 seconds to go. Guerin Catholic stays undefeated. He gets set for the Shamrocks coming up Thursday night. We'll have a hopping house with that one. Take a look at the lob moments ago. This is the way you played, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah. Except my lobs were behind the arc because I was shooting three.
So if you're Hamilton Heights, you take away a loss, but what's the positives you're leaving town with tonight?
There's a lot of positives. Guys that maybe wouldn't have got as many minutes as they normally would have showed they could play tonight against a very high-level basketball team. Your team defense was very good. Obviously, your offense struggled a little bit, as was expected, because, yeah, you're missing guys, but also Guerin's really good defensively. So I think if you're Heights, you might have discovered some more depth, and I think, you found a way that this is a game that's going to help you as your season goes on, as you prepare for March.
Good point. Rob Sorensen's 21 matches the 21 that he had last year against Hamilton Heights in that 2-point victory you alluded to.
He's a very good player, and we could see early in the season he was really asserting himself as a high-level scorer. And as this thing goes on, they get Jack Cherry back. That's going to be a really, really dominant pair, or at least a pair to, top guards in the state of Indiana.
Cherry's been working out, by the way. Cast is off. Nothing on that broken leg. Just waiting approval from the doc.
I don't know how many turnovers Guerin has forced tonight, but it's been quite a lot. I think if you're Coach Allen, you can really take this the best teaching point you can have. You won the game. You can tell your team, hey, our offense wasn't there tonight. We maybe weren't locked in. Credit Heights for that. But your defense was on point, and that old adage, defense wins championships. You get in a state tournament game, this can very well happen. You got to win it on both ends.
Certainly its best defensive performance of the year. Guerin Catholic holds Hamilton Heights under 40 tonight and wins going away by 14, 52-38.
Very good game, rivalry game. Good to see two teams really get after it. It was very fun to watch tonight, Jim.
Christoph, it's been a pleasure.
Back at you.
We will see each other again, huh?
No question about it. Look forward to it.
Thursday night, it's Westfield and Guerin Catholic. Battle of top 10 teams and unbeaten here on IndianaSRN. We thank you for joining us tonight for Guerin Catholic. So long, where tonight the Golden Eagles remain undefeated, winning 52-38.